Hey everyone, this is Ian with AlphaCars and Ural of New England. I've got a very exciting Ural to share with you today. This is a brand new 2023 Ural Gear Up in Caribbean Blue. Now let me tell you, this blue is stunning. It has kind of a green aspect to it, kind of a blue-green depending on the lighting you're in. A lot of kind of glitter, metal flake in it. Really, I've already had a few people come over and talk to me about it, take pictures, ask all about it, just pulling the bike here for this for this video. So we're going to talk about not only that color, but also the features, some of the specifications, just talking about what is a Ural sidecar motorcycle. We'll learn about that. And this is a 2023 model, as I mentioned, and there were some notable improvements in the 2023 models for the Gear Up, so we'll talk about those as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome to AlphaCars. We share daily motoring content. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on very cool items like this Ural. But now let's take a closer look. So what is a Ural? Well, it's a sidecar motorcycle. It has on-demand two-wheel drive. It has a mechanical reverse gear. It's powered by a 750cc two-cylinder, which is horizontally opposed. Lots of torque. And we have 4 forward gears, which we see the heel-toe shifter right here. And we have that mechanical reverse gear operated by our heel-toe shifter right here. So you'd push down on your heel right here in neutral to activate reverse. We, of course, have our brake right here, which brakes the rear wheel of the Ural and the sidecar at the same time. And this does have some beefy Brembo brakes on it. The front brake being a 4-piston caliper, and we can see the rotors are floating design, and they're drilled for maximum cooling and performance and smooth braking. We can see that Brembo caliper, floating rotor on the sidecar there. And I'll bring the camera back to our foot pedal because we can see how it's linked to the hydraulics. So we have a reservoir and a master cylinder under there for the sidecar brake, so we can see how it's linked and it operates them at the same time. Very, very cool. The engine is fuel injected, so no carburetors to worry about, no chokes to worry about. No matter the elevation, no matter the fuel quality, temperature out, all you do is hit that start button and you're off and ready to go. Getting back to this color a little bit, the camera can sometimes have a hard time accurately kind of showing it because it is a very spectacular color. And we can see in the glisten of the sun, it kind of brings out the green in that kind of metallic flake. So really a stunning, stunning color on this Ural. One of my favorites that I've seen one of these in. And I love the contrast. We have these yellow lensed LED driving lights. I like the contrast of those, and this bike does have a few accessories on it. So we have the light protection on it as well. So these very high quality guards on the taillight and the sidecar marker lights. You can literally shake the whole bike with them. Very heavy duty, all stainless steel hardware, and those are available on our online parts store where we have hundreds of accessories available for these Urals. So now let me go through the sidecar and just show you just some of the cool features. So we've got this very comfortable contoured seat. One of the gentlemen that came up to me before I started filming who saw the color in this bike, he's 6'4", and he sat in here and he's like, wow, I have room. True story, that just happened. We've got a fuse box in here with a free switch able to wire into whatever you may need. And there is a European style power outlet as well. And we do sell adapters there. And I love all the little details. We can even see it has a nice rubber floor mat with the Ural branding on it there. And then in our trunk, that's right, it does have a trunk as it is a sidecar motorcycle. Very practical for whatever you may need, whether you want to go camping or whether you want to go down to the store and get some groceries. This folded up here is the tonneau cover, which protects the interior of the sidecar when not in use, or if you want to use it and have it on there, it's fine too. Very spacious trunk, as I mentioned. We've got touch-up paint that are included with these. We have the owner's manual, which is really like a full service manual. Lots of like diagrams, wiring diagrams, mechanical diagrams, and we have the factory toolkit. And once again, you can see it all in there. Once again, a nice rubber mat, and we can see this kind of textured finish. It has a chip guard, kind of like a bed liner, coating. You could relate it to, but it's a chip guard applied from the factory. We can see the line where it differentiates from just the paint, and so the paint is applied over it, and what that does is allow some durability and some flex in the paint. So if something brushes against it or kind of hits against it hard, it's less likely to chip. It's just going to flex and remain intact, and it helps with deterring rust over time, as well as it seals everything up real nice. And you can see it's applied to the whole underside of the sidecar. Inside the sidecar, we can see that texture on the interior, and it's applied underneath the front and rear fenders. So I'm not sure how well you can see that with the sun making lighting a bit tricky right now, but it is on those fenders as well. So these are engineered, and they come from the factory, to have a sidecar with the front suspension design and the geometry. It's actually unsafe and not recommended to detach the sidecar to just ride the bike. It's not really a thing you'd want to do. And we can just see how high quality and heavy duty all of the mounting systems are. We've had plenty of videos of flying the sidecar, people call it, when you hang the sidecar in the air, and there's little to no flex in that system. Taking a look now, one of the changes for 2023 is a CV drive shaft. So just like you would have in most vehicles nowadays, like cars that are front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, they have constant velocity shafts. So smoother rotation at all angles, and we've got increased reliability and really little to no service intervals, as it's a contained unit. You just have to inspect the boots from time to time and make sure they are intact. So very awesome upgrade there. And then also for 2023, there's been design and manufacturing improvements to the engine's crankcase. So keep that in mind as well. And we can see the nice finish on the engine, which will prevent things from kind of corroding and not looking too nice over time. And taking a look under at our exhaust, all very nice. Even if you look at the welds on the exhaust in here, it's all just very impressive. Kind of areas that don't even need to look pretty, so to speak, and they do. So all very, very impressive. And as I said before, whether you want LED headlight, additional driving lights, more luggage, more fuel storage, really the possibilities are endless. We've got so many accessories for these to really personalize them and make them into whatever you need them to be for your travels. Taking a look at the cockpit now, we've got our clutch. We're on low beam right now. That's flash to pass or momentary high beam, and that's permanent high beam. Just turning it on. Horn, blinkers. We've got our kill switch, so it's on run right now. And then front brake, that electric start. This little switch is for the driving lights on the sidecar. And we've got a very heavy duty and satisfying to use parking brake. I'll grab the key for the gas tank storage. Really cool little compartment here, featuring a very small key. So if I insert this here and carefully turn it as to not touch the paint, awesome storage area in there. We can see it has this rubber gasket to deter water and moisture from getting in there. And I have a pretty large phone, one of the biggest phones on the market, I believe, it being a Galaxy S22 Ultra. And we can see that fits in there with plenty of room to spare. And really, Ural could have made this just a bit too small to fit a modern phone or things of that nature, and that probably would have been, whatever you need in there, and especially with it being lockable, that really aids to the use as well. We've got the traditional kind of fuel jerry can on here, and just taking a look once again at the exhaust. Check out how thick those mounting brackets are, the engineering behind it. We've got those rubber isolators, and even the welds. Look how nice the welds are, and this is on an exhaust. The heat shielding, it's all just so nice. No matter where you look, the finishes are all exquisite. I like the two-wheel drive branding there that's in black. We've got our spare tire with a nice rack on there, super sturdy. Once again, you can shake the whole bike with it, and really you can just tie down whatever you need to have on there as far as storage goes. We've got the shovel, which expands, and just taking a look once again at our underbody. So those new CV shafts, or I guess it's one CV shaft, but so all just very impressive. We of course have a steering dampener. I believe it has 20 points of adjustability, so whether you need a kind of stiffer steering or you want to have it be ready to absorb an impact and not throw the bars if you're in like a technical riding situation or off-road situation where you want more of a dampener. So what I mean by throw the bars is if you we're on challenging terrain, you don't want the bars to be ripped out of your hands, because that can happen and be very unsafe. And then for the road, you can lighten it up and have a nice light steering feel to then eat up those curves. And I will loop back around to this spare wheel, and I will note that Ural has designed the hub that fits all 3 locations on the Ural. So no matter where you get a flat that you might need to just change the wheel that you can't repair wherever you are, then that is a notable feature as well, that they designed that spare wheel to fit any of the locations on the Ural. So that's really all I have for you today on this awesome piece of engineering. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below or give us a call at 978-263-9000, and we would love to talk Urals with you, and then really anything motoring related, as we are enthusiasts. But this has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough showroom. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe so then you don't miss out on the daily motoring content.